Hello, everybody. We're going to be starting this show here in a second, even though there's still a baseball game.
Aren't. God damn it.
Yep, god damn it.
Cheesy ass.
Yeah,
Hey, it's valid, okay?
it worked.
Whatever wins you the game, right, Mike?
That's right. That's right. You know it.
Man.
What if I win you the game? That's correct.
Okay. Let's see here. We're looking good. That's looking good. I'll bring us up right now. That's right. We got the spooky game pesticides overlay. Thank you, Christian.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Send a super chat with whatever spooky gift you want me to add in
There you go.
the overlay. It has to be, don't get us mad.
Oh shit.
Test. 1, 2, 3,
No.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Oh,
There we go.
that's how.
Give me a loud Mikey.
Mike Manhattan is very indignant about a video game
good.
and a food or something.
Wow.
There you go.
That's podcasting right there.
And there you
That's
go.
podcast for you, baby.
I got to turn this compressor back to a reasonable. Well, no, that's
Yeah, because you were weirdly. I don't know. You were like blowing up a little bit the other day.
Ooh, he swung for that one. Jose, it's okay.
Okay.
Watch that. I don't have it's annoying.
Oh.
I want to
It's on-
watch it and it won't let me.
It's on
They just let-
PBS here.
It's on
Yeah, but it's like
And Max.
sportseast.co.
yeah,
Um,
but
Might be
it's
on
like
Max.
match they only show the big matches here.
right.
Even
This
in
is a big match.
ESPN 5 or whatever.
Ooh, that's a pop-up. All right, Jeff, you got out. That one's out any more damage.
Yeah.
Now you got to get some hits and runs.
Been a lot of runners left on base this game for both sides.
Yep. Guys have had a lot of leadoff runners or
Yeah.
basemen.
Okay. We can start the show.
Yeah, let's do the show.
Let me see here. Let me make sure the music is
Oh,
good.
the music, yeah.
Yeah. You guys hear that? Probably not.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right. Let's see. Oh, are you broken?
Oh,
Nope,
there you
it
go.
is.
Oh, it is here.
Here you go.
Yankees versus Kansas City.
No, that's the other
Nope.
one.
Ew.
Not quite.
Yeah, exactly. It's not there.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I told you, bro. This is you don't matter.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised the Yankees are international. Okay.
I always called the Yankees. I had no attachment only because of Seinfeld.
That's fair.
So, as easy said that, I literally sent a gif of George holding the bat to my brothers.
Oh, I started watching the Drew Carey show. It's pretty fucking good.
Is it? I'm so glad. I'm good to know it still holds up.
It holds up. It's pretty.
Wait to
funny.
get to the
up to
Buzz
what?
Beer saga.
I love that
God.
he has a pool table on the patio.
All right. Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
backyard.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's our Chris Pratt. Okay, now we can start.
Okay, now we can start.
Oh, there you go.
The tweet has gone out. I am ready. You boys ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
In 5, 4, 3.
Tweets are so good.
It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti, and I'm already laughing at Chris Pratt's super chat.
In today's episode, Nintendo is really weird and Halo has an unreal future. But first, Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, right. Man, I almost forgot about the Halo stuff
Yeah,
already.
Halo stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Nintendo decided to do all of its news on a Wednesday after we do our Nintendo podcast, but jokes on that. We have another podcast.
Yeah, we'll get you
talk
in the
about
end.
Nintendo in here too. You can't stop us.
You can run from us, but we arrive all the same, Nintendo. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we are also, if you hear any grunts or groaning, we're also watching the baseball game.
Bottom of the ninth. It won't last much longer.
It won't last much longer.
Hopefully.
Well, probably won't last much longer. But there means also, if that's the case, probably will be another game on Saturday. So fun.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, no, how's your week going? You ready for the weekend? You keeping up with any games? How's it going for you?
You know, I'm very ready for the weekend. There's some chill weather. I think my brothers and I are going to do a bonfire on one of these nights. The local kind of farm that sells pumpkins, they always do displays. Excuse me.
Yep, hang on. Oh, keep running.
God, a freaking double. Oh,
It's a triple.
Oh, is it a triple?
No, it's a double. I think he stopped at a
Okay,
double.
great. Lead off double. Fan freaking tastic. Yeah, this display this year, it's a bunch of video game characters in haystack form. So they got Mario and Yoshi and
that's
stuff
fun.
like that. Yeah, so
I think we did the pumpkin patch last weekend, and then we went to another farm to get apple cider and apple cider donuts and all that stuff. It was a good time. This weekend we're going to the cat show at the ICX is it IEX? So what is the name of the place? IEX Center.
IEX Indoor. The IEX Center. Yeah.
Yes.
IEX Indoor Amusement Park used to be there.
Right. Yeah. So we're gonna take the kids out to that. Really looking forward to it. It should be a good time. Come on, Parker. Damn it.
Fantastic. So the games, just metaphor is that, and started the Silent Hill 2 remake. So we'll talk about especially Silent Hill 2, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Played a bit of that. Yeah, there's been some stuff that I played that I'm going to look forward to talking about at the end of our podcast here.
Yep, absolutely. You know what? Let's just get into it. Give us a good rating wherever you're listening. Hit that like button on YouTube to help people find the show. If you want to ask a question, you could drop a super chat during the show here on YouTube. We'll get to all of those before the end of the program. Thank you to Carlos Ayin, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube, for the use of our theme songs. Thanks to 1UP vs. CPU for our artwork. You can find more at 1UpVersusCPU.com. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to Christian for producing. And you get more from Mike and me and support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions, and our Game Club discussions, early access to new episodes of Game Mess Jeopardy and Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. Sorry, what happened? I'm sorry.
So a very lazy hit. You scored on home, so it's now a one-run ball game. But we got the out on one, so it's one out. It's nobody on base, one out. It favors us right now, but a solo home run would tie it up, Jeff.
Yeah. It's a shame because Kerry Carpenter got hurt earlier in the game. He's the one that hit the home run last time.
Yeah, he tweaked his angle rounding the bases there. So yeah,
rough stuff. Yep. We'll see what happens. Fair enough. But we got the big topics of the week, Mike. Why don't we just, or do you want to kill time until this game is over?
This should be the last ad pack.
Yeah, it's very
professional. I give you a lot of shit about this, but now that one of my teams are
of course.
in play.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we? I'll do a special super chat. That'll buy us some time. $50 super chat from KB Esquire. Thank you so much. Guys, because of spooky season, what are each of your top 3 shit your pants scary game experiences? My go 1, the first act of Resident Evil 7 in VR. Yeah, that sounds like that would be terrifying. Condemned on 360, and Alan Wake 2 with headphones on. I could see Alan Wake 2 a little bit with headphones on. You think you have to really juice the experience there and have to have all the lights on, off, have the headphones on, and then maybe that game would be pretty scary.
Yeah, not too much in those got me too bad. I'm still branching out here. So for me, it's probably all Resident Evil examples. It's I only ever played Resident Evil 7 in VR at E3 one time, and that was terrifying. So that was absolutely one of them. Then we had to go back to the first time I watched my brother play Resident Evil 1 and the dogs happened. That did, in fact, scare me like crazy. And then in Resident Evil Village, the section with the creepy baby that chases you around the hallways, that was absolutely terrifying, actually. Yeah,
it's hard for me to remember. I definitely have been scared by some games in the past. I think I did a little bit of what's that? The Bay of Pigs? No, the Machine for Pigs. What's that series?
I don't know. I know no idea what you're talking about. Isn't that just a sausage factory?
That's the second game. Oh, he swung. That's game over.
Let's go. Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. All right. See you Saturday, Jeff.
Yep, Saturday.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a great podcast.
Tarek Scooble, save us, please. All right, let's turn that off.
He very well may. Oh, now a dog's barking outside.
Oh, very fun. Cool.
Oh my God. I'm
go
trying
ahead,
to bring it back to video games, everybody. It's just the Amnesia games.
Yeah. I played that first Amnesia game. That one scared me pretty far.
I didn't play any Amnesias. I didn't really play any Evil Withins or Fears. Are the Fear games actually scary?
I think there's probably some scary parts, but I think they're just kind of like
Fear?
You are surrounded by scary stuff, but you have guns, so it's all good.
Sure, guns do help you make it better.
Than scary.
And then
I thought they're more actiony than anything else. Like I always assumed they were more action-based scary games.
And the Red Wings are playing, so I can just watch that.
Even Silent Hill, like I don't think of it. It's like creepy and moody and atmospheric. I don't know how like terrifying it is.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get to the big topics of the week. Halo Studios is making multiple Halo games in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, okay. We kind of knew a lot of this was going to happen. They've made it official, I guess, by making it a big announcement, and I think they did this at the Halo World Championships or whatever that esports event is, by making it official and announcing it in such a large way, which, to be clear, was done to recruit hires because they're trying to hire people for these future games. But again, I think that's indicative of this is important to them still. Halo still matters to them. They see that as a main pillar of their gaming future. I don't know. How do you feel about all of it?
No, you're right. You know, I know there's been missteps, but they definitely can't afford to give up on Halo yet, especially since they don't necessarily have a ton on the bench, really, Jeff, right? Right. You know, you have some of these things that you've brought in now from Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, but you still want some real Xbox brands. And, you know, you've got Gears, you've got Forza, maybe Fable is going to be able to make a comeback here. Same thing with Perfect Dark. Those things haven't happened yet, though. So, yeah, we all know if Halo does do well and does hit, it could hit pretty big. So, you know, switching to Unreal, it makes sense. You're going to be able to make a game just as pretty, if not pretty, as what you were doing before on your own stuff. It should be easier to develop for. It should be easier to develop content in general. So you're not going to have the issue in Halo Infinite where people are complaining about there not being enough content at a fast enough speed. So yeah, all that's fine. All makes sense. The name change is a little weird and kind of like, I don't know. I roll my eyes at it a little bit. Just Halo Studios, very creative, but you know, I feel like they felt they needed to change the name more than they wanted to change the name to Halo Studios, right? They kind of want to rebrand because there is, because people are kind of like, I know there's a negativity around 343 right now. Yeah, clearly they're trying to signify to people who are following Halo that this is a full, fresh start. Maybe a lot of the people who were here before have left, and the way we made games before is done. We are doing new things across the board. In fact, that's one of the things they announced. There is this Foundry initiative, I think it's called, that it's going to be the new foundation of how they make games going forward, and that will involve best practices for a variety of things, but also best practices for Unreal Engine. And because they're on Unreal Engine now, they also say that they will work more frequently with the other studios at Microsoft Game Studios that are experts in Unreal Engine. All of it makes sense, right? It all just like, yeah, of course, this is what you should be doing. It's like, okay, so how does this solve what's wrong with Halo? I guess I don't fully know. I mean, the simple answer is the last thing they had, Halo Infinite, needed more content. This should make it easier to make more content faster. And it's like, okay, well, that's really what this all is. And then the rest is sort of a little bit of a song and a dance to make people feel better about, you know, how they dislike 343 and now it's not 343 anymore. It's just going to come down to, does the next Halo game come out and have enough stuff to keep people happy, right? Yeah, exactly. And, you know, there's some other problems that have been plaguing Halo since the 343 days. The stories have kind of become a mess and unsatisfying, and it's just kind of difficult to even think about what direction you could possibly take that in. I think that's why they're talking about multiple projects here, because remaking a Halo 1 again or a Halo 3, although it sounds like a remake of Halo 1 is what's happening.
Yeah.
That's pretty safe. You know, doing a battle royale that doesn't have a story, that's pretty safe. It is kind of that Halo 7 or whatever they're going to call it thing that is the big question mark.
Yep. Next thing, Nintendo's weird. That starts with Nintendo. I just wrote Alarmo. It's officially called Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo. That's the full name.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. It rolls off the tongue. This is the mystery device that we may have talked about on previous shows. That has a motion detector sensor thing inside of it that can sense when you move. It turns on after your alarm goes off, and will play one of 7 songs from 5 different games. So Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey will start playing, and then as you begin to stir in bed, the clock will sense you move and will play coin sounds or maybe jump sounds to encourage you to keep moving so you actually stand up. And then I think if you stand up, it turns off. Well, whatever. It's weird. It's stupid. I pre-ordered. It's $100.
Yeah, I got one too, and I feel stupid because like when I look at it and I see the way that like there's this rectangle screen that's
it's kind of
usually black
Yep.
in another larger black circle. I hate looking at
yeah,
it.
it looks kind of cheap. Yep.
Yeah, and it's $100. But I like Nintendo music, and I tell you what, I do need help getting up. You know this about me. Just last night, in the middle of a dream, I heard my alarm go off, and in the dream, took my phone out and like turned it off, and that happened in real life too. So that's a problem. The phone alarm isn't quite doing it right now. So yeah, maybe this will help.
There's been studies that if you play the songs as your alarm, you end up hating the song at the
Yeah,
end. So like I don't know.
I've had Cruisin' Blast's theme song as my alarm clock for years now, and I still love that song. So I'll stand against that study a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
You're a broken human being.
Now
so,
that
like,
right, I was going to say that myself. I am a lunatic, so that's fair. But I think I'm the right kind of lunatic for this alarm clock, is what I'm saying. Though everyone else can fend for themselves. I'll be happy with this thing, I guess, until it really annoys my wife, which will probably be night 2. So yeah, I imagine I'm probably going to end up handing this thing off to the kids pretty quickly. But to be clear, someone said in chat, everyone that says they're buying it for their kids is a coward. I am buying it for myself, and then I know I'll eventually probably have to just give it to the kids.
I don't have any kids. I don't even have that excuse. I'm going to be stuck with this thing. It better be cool.
It's not good. I mean, okay. It also connects to Wi-Fi. They'll probably update it when new games come out for a little bit.
So yeah, like the game selections, like Mario and the Zelda games, that's fine. But you know, like Pikmin 4, okay. I like Pikmin 4. I don't know if it's the music necessarily. Splatoon, sure. Ring Fit Adventure, like, does that game have good music? I don't know.
Or
some F-Zero.
Yeah, that's a good thing to wake up to right there. F-Zero music. Excuse me. In addition to helping you wake up, there's also calm down nighttime scenes. That's where the Pikmin music kind of got me in the video. I think they show Pikmin kind of chirping and making calming noises while that end of day music from Pikmin plays. That well, I can't do it, but it's I find that to be pretty calming. So I'm like, I might use that. That seems pretty nice. Either way, though, like clearly, what's funny about all this is people are waiting for the Switch 2. Nintendo announces a clock. Ha ha ha! Aren't they strange and weird? And yeah, they are. This is a weird thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I never like really thought about the Switch 2 very much as this thing was announced. And, you know, I don't everybody understands. It's not like they woke up like, you know what? Instead of announcing the Switch 2 today, we're going to announce the alarm clock thing, right? It's kind of a little whatever for me. I get thinking that this doesn't look like an appealing product and all that stuff. I don't have a whole lot of anger about it, though.
Yeah. I like was trying to like gauge if people really did have any animosity towards this thing, and some people definitely do, but some people are strange, and most people are like, no, I just think it's dumb and it's not for me. And then I do kind of want it, but $100 is insane. And it's like all of that stuff I completely sympathize with.
Yeah, I definitely get being upset about the price because it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. But again, I already have given them my credit card information, and mine should arrive in February when these things begin shipping.
Is that when they're coming out?
Mike,
I didn't look at details like that.
We've pre-ordered a clock. If you really think about what we've done here,
I don't feel great about it.
All right. Other weird stuff. Nintendo yesterday announced a mystery Nintendo Switch Online test of some sort. What exactly it is, they still haven't said. However, I've been selected to participate.
Yeah, I missed that. Again, because of said turning my alarm clock off in my dream, I did not get into this test.
So we don't really know what it is. There's some speculation out there. There are a few more details about like what is required to get into the test. Like actually, like once you are selected, what you need to do to get into the test, and maybe that provides some insight. But Nintendo said nothing really other than it's a Nintendo Switch Online. You need to. It's a new app you're going to have to download, and you need to be a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass member, or expansion pack, whatever they call it. So it's the $50 per year tier. They launched the applications this morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, right as I was starting the show. Game Mess Mornings. I just went in there. I clicked. I was able to get in. They said selected. So on October 20th, they said, it might be the 21st, depending on time zones, but October 20th, it said on the website, I return back to that website, I will get a code that I put in my Switch, and then that will give me a 2.2 gigabyte download of something. And then they said that we recommend you use it in TV mode with a wired connection. Mike, do you think this is a cloud streaming app of some sort?
It seems like probably some kind of cloud streaming thing. I know a lot of people are saying GameCube game cloud streaming, and one, I don't really like that. And two, I don't know, that seems weird to me for a multitude of reasons. I know GameCube games are significantly bigger than Nintendo 64 games, but do we really need to cloud stream them? So many GameCube games just get remade or remastered and get resold, and that's worked out well for them. And I got, NSO stuff already has small latency problems sometimes. Adding in cloud gaming with that's gonna suck. But if you want to have like some kind of cloud gaming offering as a part of NSO expansion pack with a select number of maybe older Switch games and some family-friendly games like some Lego Who's What's It there that kids can enjoy, and maybe they're not going to care so much about some of that stuff, maybe that makes sense. I don't know. Where do you think this is going?
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of people in chat are pointing out, rightfully, that 2.2 gigabytes is pretty large for a cloud streaming app. Typically, like if you look at one of the games that is available on Switch already to stream, like Hitman 3, that was a few hundred megabytes. So you weren't talking about even 1 gigabyte for that. Maybe after it was all installed, like a few hundred, like maybe 500, 600 gigabytes. And that's a lot.
Megabytes.
For something like that. So I get that the initial knee jerk there being like, well, it's probably not cloud because that's too big. Now, I'm not ready to write that idea off because we have no idea how Nintendo's going to do this. Also, if it like one of the speculations out there, one of the people speculating, Nate the Hate, is saying that he thinks it's the GameCube cloud streaming thing. Now, what if it's GameCube cloud streaming but includes a handful of GameCube games that just run natively, or maybe just one GameCube game that runs natively, and then the rest is cloud streaming? There could be weird scenarios that help explain the 2.2 gigabytes. Now, if we do say, okay, this is not cloud streaming, maybe it is like a social platform or something along those lines. Maybe it is a Nintendo's own take on their communications app that they have for mobile, but now on the actual Switch natively. There's a lot of possibilities here. Maybe it's something very disappointing too. Maybe it's something that no one can consider because it's actually going to suck.
Yeah, and you would hope that Nintendo would know to just tell us what it is now if that's the case. But Nintendo sometimes doesn't know, right? Nintendo sometimes just going to do the kind of weird, dumb thing.
And it's not going to hurt them, right? Like if it's like something that disappoints a bunch of people, they don't care. They are actually just trying to test it. And if people are like, I thought this would be cool, like, well, okay, are you still going to buy the next Mario? Yeah, then shut the fuck up. Yeah, we'll find out in a handful of days. I imagine also it's possible that, the oatmeal domes of the world, these data miners, get their hands on something, some update in the back end that they're able to tell us what it is. But I guess all that aside, what do you want it to be?
I don't want it to be cloud streaming GameCube games. As much as I love GameCube and what GameCube stuff, I don't want cloud streaming for that.
I would rather pay the $40 to $50 to $60 for each GameCube game to get remastered than have it cloud streaming.
Right. I mean, look, if anything that's just a cloud streaming thing, is not going to do anything for me, even though that might be what it is. If it was just like, hey, yeah, that's the thing though. If it's just here's GameCube games on NSO, why would they need to test that? So it can't just be that. if it was some kind of Miiverse successor, that's something that you can maybe see why they would have to test that out, or maybe a whole suite of social features to get ready for Switch 2, like, you know, a little bit of that Miiverse stuff, but also like voice chat rooms and friends list and things like that. That could be interesting. But yeah, it's kind of hard to grok exactly what could be going on here.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like it's easy to start going down a bunch of these various rabbit holes of like, does this mean this? Does them saying, or is the fact that they're not saying this mean this other thing? We're just not going to know.
The fact that they are recommending that wired internet connection, like that kind of brings it a little bit back to the cloud streaming thing, or at least the suite of social features.
Let's go.
Sure, it could be Chat GPT. Yeah, so the AI here is here. Yeah, it could. That could also mean nothing. Like, we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, they could just be recommending that because they're
mode.
like, they want to make sure that they have a strong connection for when it reports back the data, and they don't want to lose the data. Who knows? But overall, just another weird thing, kind of an odd move from, like, why not announce what it is before people have to sign up for it? I mean, maybe they want a random selection of people, and they don't want the kind of person that is going just to show up for what this thing might end up being.
I mean, the 7 years we've had to Switch, we have not had something like this. So it does just kind of get the brain spinning a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that it's like a Street Pass situation or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. I guess it could be anything. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm anxious to find out what it is, and I'm expecting it to be something smaller than we're expecting.
Yep, I agree. Last thing here, I wrote this just because I thought it'd be fun for you. That Shinobi movie got announced from Sega, and was it Universal? I think it's Universal. They're making a Shinobi movie.
Sure. Hey, I like Shinobi. I mean, like you're saying you're making a Shinobi movie. Like, yes, you are literally making a movie about a Shinobi. Like what storyline are you following? Then again, I never played that PS2 one, which I know people like. I've been meaning to, and I assume that has more of a story. I don't know if it has some beloved story that people are going to be excited to see adapted to the big screen. Look, we know. I'm glad that Sega is investing in this character again. I'm much more excited about that new game that we're going to be getting that has been looking awesome. But yeah, Shinobi video game, it's weird. It's one of those ones where if it doesn't happen, I would not be surprised at all. There's more interesting Sega properties that should be turned into movies or make more sense for movies, like Jet Set Radio or even Echo. Give me a movie about a dolphin. Come on, that'd be fun.
Do you know the name of the Shinobi?
Ryu. No, that's actually. I just learned this the other day.
That's Ninja Gaiden, isn't it? That's the other one.
Joe Musashi.
That's right. His name's Joe. I
forgot.
Joe
Shinobi.
I didn't know
Joe
that.
Nobi.
Maybe it should be about how all the other Shinobi make fun of him because his name's Joe.
Yeah, just the regular Joe Shinobi. Hey, this is fun. We'll see if it actually ever gets made. But there was like a bunch of people whose names were connected to it as like writers and directors and stuff like that. That has also happened for a lot of these projects in the past. But we know that there's more of an appetite for these sorts of things than ever. But that's because like Mario and Sonic have been very successful. When a couple of these projects come out between this and Shinobi that don't do as well because they're not fucking Mario and Sonic, that might cool it off and we never actually get a Shinobi movie.
Yeah. Back to reality real fast.
Back to reality. All right, that does it for the big topics of the week. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get into all the super chats and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about right after this.
Back to reality. Oh, the humanity. Oh.
All right, there we go.
To the gamer rap.
That's right. It was the Extraction director, and I love Extraction too. That movie rules.
All right, it's gonna get a little bit wonky. Let me see, because like Discord is acting up. I want to change the server, so give me 1 second.
Okay. Back to reality. Oh, disease family. Oh.
Discord's been fine for me, Christian. So yeah, I mean, I hope it fixes it because like I know you're recording on your side.
Yeah.
But
I'm back, and it seems it's better now since I changed the server.
Well, we got the Aurora Borealis happening right now. Maybe that's messing things up.
I couldn't see it though.
Your camera looks kind of blurry on the stream.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, Chef's camera.
It's blurry earlier today too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I could just touch it. Yeah, usually.
Probably just an autofocus.
Yeah, is it better?
There you go. That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Usually when that happens, I just got to touch the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, bring it back.
And we're back, and I'm still mad at you about the baseball game, Mike, so why don't you read some super chats?
That's okay. A lot of people have been mad at me lately, actually. We'll get to some of that in the super chat. Starting with True Nerd. He says, I told Mikey to shut the fuck up in Giant Bomb chat today during the dump truck because I was heated about Die Hard. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. For those who don't know, we were talking about Die Hard, and I said that my ranking of Die Hard is Die Hard 1, then 4, 2,
right.
3, and 5. And what upsets people the most is my low ranking 3, which I still like. The only bad Die Hard movie is 5, and it's terrible. It's more about me liking 4 and 2 more than most people, I think.
What's the last time you've seen With a Vengeance?
It's been a while. I haven't seen 2 or 3 in a while. I need to watch both of those again, and then I'll update you all. But look, the important thing to me really is that Die Hard 1 best, Die Hard 5 worst. And,
Right. Okay. I love Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's like one of my favorite like go-to movies. Like if I'm like in the mood to just watch something and not have to think too much about like what I know I like Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's just a fun movie. So yeah.
I'm trying to think what was it that turned me on. I will say I didn't. I like for some reason was oddly upset at the twist that he wasn't actually Hans Gruber's brother. Like I was like, no, I thought it was neat that he was his brother. And then he like wasn't.
Is he not?
No, he's not. Oh, you don't even remember this movie.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you sure?
What do you mean? Yeah, he pretends to be his brother, but that was a lie, right? Am I making that twist up?
I don't think that's right.
Check and tell me. I think that's right.
I think he just.
Maybe I'm also wrong.
I think he pretends to care that it's his brother. He just doesn't care. Yeah, that's right.
He just doesn't care. That's what it is. No, so we knew his brother. The twist is that it wasn't actually about revenge. It's been so long. See, I don't even know what the fuck happened in the movie.
Right.
And then I attacked you for it.
I think that's it's like a good fun twist because it's just a heist again, and heists are more fun than revenge.
I think that's what because I think it's like I think he was like, no, you stupid idiot. It was actually just about money.
Yeah,
but turned out.
For me, I always like that because it's like, okay, revenge, this person, whatever. Heists, I'm just like, yeah, steal that money. That's fun. Okay, yeah. Keep reading these super chats, Mike.
Next one is from Jacob Bench. He says, I'm currently asleep to make time pass for metaphor. I can't wait. Have a good show. Does that actually come out tomorrow, I believe?
Tomorrow,
finally?
yeah. October 11th.
All right.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones that is in early access, though, right?
No.
It doesn't have a $100 early access version? Okay.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Fluffy. I'm just
sorry. Do you have anything else to say?
I was just gonna say I did actually legit install that on my Steam Deck, but I don't. I have not started it yet, so we'll see if that ever happens.
Okay. All right. Fluffy Cloud Gamer says Wii Sports is better than Duck Hunt, but Mike is right that Wii Sports Resort is way better than Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Quite a few people are very upset at me, Jeff, about liking Duck Hunt more than Wii Sports. I'm sorry that you're mad, but I can't back off from it. I definitely still believe that. I'm sorry. I have way more fond memories of playing Duck Hunt than I do of playing Wii Sports. It's just the way it is.
I mean, you're wrong.
Want to jump to my defense?
No,
or anything?
not particularly. I like Duck Hunt, but I recognize its shortcomings. Whereas Wii Sports, I recognize its shortcomings and realize they don't matter for the most part for Wii Sports.
What are Duck Hunt's shortcomings?
It's not fun for very long. It's shooting the ducks is fine, and then it's just kind of.
But it ramps up. It gets harder.
I guess so. Yeah, a little bit. Not that much harder. I mean, it goes faster.
It gets faster. And then you can shoot the frisbees too, and that's fun.
Yeah. Right. The clay pigeons. Yeah.
Whatever they're called. The clay pigeons. Yep. I like that also. Yeah. And then I don't know. I guess I found that more engaging than just waggle when the ball was near you.
Yeah, but you could put some spin on the ball, and that was fun. But bowling worked. Bowling always worked. So
bowling worked, but like not better than like Monkey Bowling and Monkey Ball 2.
Okay, well now you're gonna bring in a whole third game here. And then, like,
I could just say like I think I played a lot of video games that just have bowling mini games that are better than Wii Bowling.
Yeah, but not better as a party game. Okay, no, that's probably still better as a party game. Super Monkey Ball's pretty good. Not with your grandma though.
My grandma died a long time ago.
Yeah, fuck your grandma. You're right.
Don't worry. I think there's other people going to yell at me about Duck Hunt. We can get back to this. Andy G says, with the below average reception of the new Starfield DLC, is it fair comment to say that Bethesda is going down the same path as Ubisoft, but in slow motion by not evolving their games enough?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's the exact same thing. Clearly, they have lost the thread, though. I wonder if part of it is I'm still of the opinion that they got distracted by this idea that their games need to be 10-year games. They talked about that so much before Starfield came out, and I think because of that, they began working backward from the wrong idea. And I hope what can happen is with Elder Scrolls 6, they're like, let's just make a good Elder Scrolls game, and then the rest will take care of itself. If you you worry about the details, you don't need to worry about the big picture thing. And I think with Starfield, they were just worried about the big picture, and that was something that they could not get away from with this Shattered Space stuff. They overcorrected, and it kind of just sucked on both sides.
Yeah, I haven't touched Shattered Space. Are you going to?
No.
No, I know. It's like it's just hard. Like there's so many things to play. I know it sucks, but it's like I want to give it a shot, I guess, because I have talked a lot of crap, and
I would rather go install a bunch of mods into Starfield proper and just kind of see if that game could be made different these days.
That boy Jerry says, Mike, here's $10 to recant your insane duck hunt take. Not even Dan Riker would say something so crazy.
Listen, a quarter of the respondents on my Twitter poll agreed with you.
You sound like me.
I'm just. Why do you say
the defense I would use?
1 out of 4 people is they're not all crazy. They just they're just boomers.
Yeah, I know that games from back then were simpler, didn't necessarily have as many mechanics or whatever.
Right, that's what makes Wii Sports better. Right, exactly. You just explained it. Yeah.
No. I mean, you like Tetris way more than a lot of games that have more mechanics and modes and things like that. So, right?
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes!
No, you're not. You're comparing Duck Hunt to Tetris?
Oh, don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those people. You know what the comparison is for. I'm not comparing Duck Hunt to Tetris in terms of quality. You get the point.
I don't. No, I'm sorry. I do not. I'm sorry.
The point is that Duck Hunt is a game where you do one thing, just like how Tetris is a game where you do one thing.
But it's important that Tetris is infinitely deep. Like, you can always get better. Like, there is...
Yeah, it ramps up. You can get better at Duck Hunt. I guess not infinitely better. Yes, okay. You can't get infinitely better at Duck Hunt.
Sure. Okay. I get what you're trying to say. I just don't think it was the best analogy.
Oh, it worked fine. You want me to use a really annoying thing myself? A really annoying argument here?
Go for it.
You can't.
Oh, here we go.
More annoying?
Here we go. I could go bowling.
I could go shoot ducks.
No, you can't. You don't want to shoot ducks.
I'm not going to
use a gun.
But I can. I have shot clay pigeons. Way more fun than doing it in that video game.
I bet shooting clay pigeons rules. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to even get started on that.
Almost shot a man doing it because I was a boy. And he handed me a cocked shotgun, and then he's like, hang on a second. So what you need to do is slowly release the hammer back on there, and it just slipped out of my thumb, and it just shot right past them. It was crazy. It was a Boy Scouts.
I didn't mean to do a Paul Reichert defense here, but you guys have pushed me too far. So thank you, that boy Jerry, for the $10, but I refuse to recant. Chris Pratt says, Miyamoto gave me one of these alarm dong things, so I can get up earlier and on time with this thing now. More time to stomp the tupas.
Tupas is maybe my favorite one that he said.
Lupus is good.
Lupus, yes, yeah, right. But I missed tupas. I missed the tupas.
More time to stomp the tupas. Grug says, how does Mike feel knowing he beat Giant Bomb 5 versus 1 in Worms, but everyone is talking about how he's a turbo boomer with his Duck Hunt Wii Sports thing? Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it, Greg? It's funny, isn't it? Funny how that works. Mike's such a boomer. He's so old, and he's cheating.
The first person that said this was a boomer take was you. To be clear,
yes, I didn't realize it was going to become an issue.
It feels like the quintessential boomer take. It does.
The quintessential. You guys are insane. It was a game where you had a gun. That wasn't a normal thing back then. I got to use a gun and shoot the screen, and it worked perfectly. It was really well calibrated. It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't.
Because it's like, oh, this is a gimmick controller where you can waggle it. Like, it knows when it's waggled and when it's pointing at the screen. That's it. This is an actual gun. And you pull the trigger and it clicks well.
We recognize
It's cool.
the shortcomings. It just didn't matter in Wii Sports, is all. Like, it didn't.
Okay. Look, I have clearly never been as high on Wii Sports as everybody else. That has come up multiple times on various podcasts as we've been doing this. So this shouldn't be this shocking of development.
And we just fixed that NES list, and you were insistent about putting Duck Hunt in the top 10. Oh, wait, no, I don't think you were.
Of course not. Of course it's not a top 10 NES game. I think the 50th best NES game is still better than Wii Sports, probably.
Okay, well, that's... I'm pretty sure that's not true, but in your opinion, what are we going to do here?
Topic.
Congratulations, Foxana, dude.
Let's not have a top. Yeah, let's not have a topic because the podcast is gonna be 2 hours long. But
he's right. All right, keep going.
All right. Yeah. Eat shit.
For 2 hours.
You all suck at worms. Tokyo Game Life just sent 800 yen. Thank you so much. I assume that's yen. Anyways, thank you so much, Tokyo Game Life.
Thank you.
They have a message.
They do?
They have a message. If you click on the comment, they forgot to write.
Oh wow, you can comment, but
I'm just looking at.
I can't click on it.
I see that. I see. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Here we go. Tokyo Game says, "I'm at Nintendo Tokyo now, and alarm was completely sold out after a day. What am I supposed to spend $100 on now? Just get all those gotcha controller things."
Yeah, you can get in the raffle.
What I would do.
Good luck with that.
That's what I would do. Thank you, Tokyo Game Life. Although I think you found the way to circumvent the limits that you get to write on a super chat there, but I'll allow it this time. Connor Wood says, shoutouts to Dog playing Tetris for reaching Rebirth. Is that Dog playing Final Fantasy now? Is that what they mean by Rebirth?
Yeah, sure. It must. What other Rebirth is there?
How could that dog play through all Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I mean, isn't there a goldfish that beat Pokemon or something?
You guys suck.
We suck.
This is a Tetris player who got the reset in Tetris.
No, I'm pretty sure those words mean a dog is playing Tetris.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to take away from dog playing Tetris?
I get that, but is there a Tetris game called Rebirth? Or is that just means the reset?
No, like the reset, yeah.
All right. Look, I'm sorry I'm not up on my Tetris lingo.
They call it Rebirth? There's already a video game called that. That was dumb.
Tacoma Streetcar Disaster says, got hard cam floor seats to Wrestle Dream. Which sign should I bring? I'll tell you what. I'm just going to say it. It's not the answer you want. Don't bring a sign.
Yeah.
Don't bring a sign. You're going to have to carry that thing around all day. You're going to get in people's way in front of you. Look, if you think you have a great idea, it's real good, then you can go for it. I in my brain don't have anything that's going to be good enough that's going to be worth the hassle for everyone involved.
Yeah. Bring a giant...
time's over.
Bring a giant Dan Reichert face. There you go.
Or you could bring a giant my face. Then I'll allow it, but otherwise, no.
There you go. Now you have some options.
Charlie Wolf says, we don't talk enough how godlike Pikmin 4 is. Grubb was so based for giving it his game of the year. Do you think we ever get DLC? When will Pikmin 5 arrive? It seems like we're past Pikmin 4 getting DLC.
And I don't need DLC. I think they just take a few years, let Aiden come back and make a Pikmin 5. You know, they have a really good foundation there. I think, you just kind of make some maybe some challenge levels to make stuff a little bit more difficult here or there. Yeah, they kind of nailed it.
Yeah, and I think I kind of like the idea of Pikmin as being one of those one new entry per console games.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense for that.
Yes, we don't need 2 per console, and we don't really need that much DLC for it either. It had a ton of content. It had all of Pikmin 1 in there, basically.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like the Captain Armor stuff could have been a DLC campaign, and it wasn't. It was just in the game that rules. Yeah. Benji Bop says, bought my first ever season tickets for the Utah Hockey Club. The inaugural game was awesome. Still a Bolts fan first, but it's so nice to see NHL games live again. I'll tell you what, if I had a genie, one of my wishes might be for Cleveland to get a hockey team.
That would be fun. That would be really cool. The city could definitely support it, but Columbus got it, and the league still talks about expansion, so it's possible. Although they keep wanting to go to Atlanta, so that sucks. Because Atlanta's had 2 tries already or whatever.
Yeah. Ryan Allen with their 10th super chat says, do I get... for some reason my YouTube just closed. Do I get Metaphor? I think is what the first part said. Sorry. That's been happening. My YouTube just suddenly crashes, my tab, and then I have to refresh it. I don't know why.
Me too.
Do I get metaphor?
Is it something about like liking RAM or something like that?
It must be because I've been having I must be having some kind of weird RAM leak or something because I've been having some webcam issues when my camera's been on long enough too.
Oh, weird.
Right. Alan says, do I get metaphor or order an Abernick RG35XXSP?
Do I get metaphor or order an Ambernick RG? Okay. Yeah, I listen. I would just get an SP if you don't have one, but it's an old game, so I don't know. Metaphor seems like Game of the Year candidate, right? So
it depends. If you like JRPGs, you should get Metaphor Refantasio.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable thing. Yeah.
If you have any affinity for this genre, I don't think you're going to want to miss it. Sir Mammothie says, with their first super chat, thank you, Sir Mammothie, I don't want it to be GameCube NSO through cloud only, but if that is what it takes to get me Star Fox Adventures on Switch, I'll take it. Is this Sean's alt?
Yeah, thirsty for Crystal.
It's
But
fine.
there's dozens of us. Dozens.
I mean, yeah. And, do you think that has to be a solution for GameCube? Like, I know that GameCube discs hold like 1.5 gigabytes, so it would be a lot. Like, if you had 8 games on there, like that can start getting big. But still, it's not like unreasonably big. Hey, look, we know from experience, it's not like they're going to get a lot of third-party games on there. There's a lot of games that have already been remade that aren't going to show up on there.
Maybe that's why it's a test, because maybe it's Nintendo Switch Online GameCube, and they're like, you're going to have to manage your game files in here separate from out there, and they take up more space, so is this kind of a pain in the ass? Does it work? I don't know. I'm getting my hopes up that it would just be a bunch of GameCube games, and I know that's not going to happen, but I don't know. We'll see.
It'd be so interesting just to see what their emulator for GameCube looks like. I mean, I guess we have seen their GameCube emulator already and stuff like Super Mario All-Stars, but to see more of it, be able to compare it to Dolphin, things like that.
Right.
Big Fresh 37 says, a lot of streamers and YouTubers have their own skins in Fortnite. If the Giant Bomb Crew ever got invited, what would be your back bling and pickaxe? My back bling would probably be I was trying to think of something Arby's related, just like a big Arby's logo that opens up. Yeah, just an Arby's logo, like the sign on the highways, but just on my back. I'm just advertising Arby's at all times. Then my pickaxe. What would my pickaxe be? What's something Disney related?
Keyblade.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that does make some sense. Although it's like, I think Sora is even more associated with the Keyblade than I am. Maybe if he's lucky. But
my back bling would be the Daikatana, and
of course,
my pickaxe would be a living Bubsy on a stick, and every time you used him to open something, he screams in pain, and everyone is like, haha, that's fun.
Any other human would do it reverse, like
Nope.
be like the guy in the back. And
I was like, well, Bubsy backpack, that's cute, and then I was like, no, I'd rather hurt him.
yeah, your answers were better than mine. You did it.
Thank you. I know.
You're welcome. Lazy Stegosaurus with their first super chat says, first super chat in honor of Mike teeing up my wife's voicemail today that surprised me with a pregnancy announcement. Duck Hunt is a lame tech demo. Oh my God. I was going to say congratulations. No.
That's
tech, okay.
Lazy Stegosaurus, that's what you can name your child. Duck Hunt is a lame tech demo.
All right. Oh, Jeff, you don't believe that.
No, I just think it's a beautiful name for a child, Mike.
I just wanted to be. Yeah. Congratulations, Lazy Stegosaurus. I hope you better stop that laziness. You have a child coming.
That was an amazing moment.
You gotta get more ambitious.
Everyone should go listen to Voicemail Dump Truck. There's been some awesome stuff the last couple of weeks. Divorces, childbirth announcements. It's incredible. You should go listen to today's episode.
I will give you behind the scenes a little bit. At one point, I got a message from Baccalaureate Discord. It's like the voicemails that are all capped, those ones need to be read.
Oh, really?
I was like, so they must be important. Now, what's funny is I assume he said the same thing today because there was still like one word that was capitalized. It was the insert. He did not pick that one. So that was a back where I was like, oh, one more real quick, Chef, before we get to yours. I don't know if he just didn't see the message or just forgot about it, but that'd be funny.
Could be a combination of both. Yep, absolutely.
Could be a combo of both things. Thank you again, Lazy Stegosaurus. Congratulations to both you and your wife. Nick says, Mike said he would take $50 to confiscate fake IDs. Absolutely.
Yeah, he did.
Should have.
I disapprove.
Why? They're trying to. They
You
know
don't
they're
have to
doing
do the
something
cops'
wrong.
jobs for them.
I'm not getting the police involved. I'm doing them a favor.
It is at a lot of places. It is very serious. Like you got to make sure you're on top of this because you get your place shut down. That's fine. Yeah, if it's going to shut down your whole restaurant, your whole bar, you need to be on top of that stuff. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure if I sold alcohol to somebody underage and then they like got into a car accident and did something wrong, I would be liable for that.
There's a chance that's fine. All that's true. Being like, I'm gonna make some money getting these kids and being excited about it. I'm like,
honestly,
cop behavior.
Really, you know me, Jeff. Not really about the money. It is 100% about the moral superiority.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's it, that's fine.
Oh my god.
You know that. You know that.
It's true. It was who was it? Was it Dan that actually did do this? Like who?
No, Dan said he would have, but because he worked at a liquor store, but he was very bad at knowing a fake ID from a real one, so he was never able to.
I never bought alcohol for kids. I did buy vape for kids once.
Come on, Nikki.
Help them get their jewels.
Now Nikki's just tweeting that Duck Hunt sucks. Oh, come on. You're not allowed to say anything about that. Game probably came out 15 years before you were born. All right.
It's
not even fair.
I mean,
really, you're not beating the boomer allegations with that one?
Yeah,
right?
that's literally what boomers say.
I don't know what to do anymore. I can't beat them. I have to join them. I can't beat it, Jeff. That's fine. You guys would never do something like yell at a person for not liking a game because it was something that they liked a lot in their childhood. Anyways, Jeff, what did you think of that new Dragon Ball game?
Yeah, listen, it's not great as a single player game, but I did have a lot of fun playing against Sean today. That was a good time. Okay. Any more super chats?
We got one more. Mikey O'Leary says, Mike, there's a post on Threads. You're tagged and relate to the gamer rap. Just waiting for you to see. Jeff can attest. I'm not on Threads, so I don't know what this is. I'll have to go log into Threads now.
Let me see here. You have Threads since you have Instagram, so it will just work.
Right. So I technically have it. I just haven't looked on there. Threads. I don't even know how to go to. How do I get on Threads?
Threads.net, dude. Come on. Is he Tokoto on there? So if I search Tokoto,
one of the reasons why I hate it on there is because I'm not just Tokoto. It's like the one time I had to use numbers for some reason. Don't know why. Like somebody took Tokoto. So I'm Mike Tokoto on there.
I have no idea what this thing is that I just retweeted. Oh, I think this is when you codec'd in to the voicemail dump truck one time. And I just retweeted that because I searched Tokoto, and that was the first thing that came up. All right, I'm gonna go to recent here and see if anything comes up. And when I search Tokoto,
a lot of people follow me on here, even though I don't use this thing. That's
people just follow people on Threads. It's crazy.
Very popular.
My thread got
I can't find it.
Yeah, you might have to help because I can't find it either. But thank you. We'll find it someday when we aren't killing precious podcasting time.
NXL Entertainment followed me. Weird. Okay, hello.
I'll try to look for it during a break, which might be happening very soon, Jeff.
Yep. We got any more super chats?
Jeff is the one tagged. Oh, Jeff is the one I specifically tagged you in.
Oh, okay.
You're tagged in it.
Let me see here. Mentions. Right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I did see this. Okay. Actually, I'll just bring it up here, and I'll post this here because everyone's going to want to see this. And then let me get the two up. And bring up the browser, Opera. Oh boy, that's a good looking image right there. And then let me share it with Mikey first before anything else.
Scary.
All right, there you go. So it's a Wiimote with a orangish brown stain along one side. And someone's saying, anyone care to hazard a guess as to where this has been? Mike, do you think that they took the gamer raps literally?
Oh, well, no, not literally, because I said it due to the nunchuck.
Right, that's what that...
So this is the Wiimote, but it definitely looks like a shit stain.
Yeah, it looks like it's been in a butt.
Yeah. Now spread your butt and shove it
up. That's good. That's good.
It was a good slant rhymes, yeah.
All right. I think we are good now for a break. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that now so everyone can clean their minds. All right. Be right back after this with a game. I think we got a game from Beef Hammer, right? Is that how it goes? We'll do it right after this.
Yep.
All right. We're on break.
All right, break. While you're setting up, I want to restart the internet. It's going to take like a minute, so...
Okay. Do your thing.
Spread your butt and shove it up.
Is that
What's the big deal? If you see a pig, yeah, best not squeal. Another weather alert? What for now?
No, it was probably a child abduction
Frost.
alert. Oh, no, you got a frost alert?
No, it's frost.
Frost. Damn.
Yeah.
Where is this game at? Oh, you're streaming
When
it.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
doing it,
fantastic. Let me do that. I stopped streaming to you guys, the poop.
Right. I think that's mustard.
Yeah,
poor Stephanie.
I think it's rust. I think it was sitting on some metal and it got rust on it because it's like all on just one side.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think it's actually shit, everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah, chill, everybody.
What?
Poor Stephanie just like commented on my thing about Wii Sports, like agreeing with me. So thank you, Stephanie, about Duck Up. But then like somebody just responds, just like demanding Mortal Kombat changes and like a long
Jesus
paragraph.
Christ.
That life must suck. That life must suck. Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay. Why am I still streaming? There we go.
You know what, Jeff? Now that it is a game 5, we have to actually come up with a bet that we never did.
All right. Why? There it goes. All right. It just would not stop. There we go. There's that. And then turn off that.
Let me see this. Oh, right. I asked for this. Good.
Totally innocent game. He.
Yeah.
He.
Is this the first time you've ever seen that, Jeff?
I mean, isn't that because similar to what my game was called?
Did you
Yeah,
watch the
that's
episode
all
where
of
I
them.
had to do it?
No, I was busy. That's why I couldn't do an episode.
Okay, all right, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Then.
Yeah. Let's see. And then where is? Oh no. Shit. Okay. There we go. There's Mikey's face there.
I think I'm back. Let
Okay.
me see.
I think you're back.
All right.
All
I
right.
am back. There we go. Some beautiful. I just did some beautiful only audio content for everybody. Like check it out on the podcast on the wherever you catch your pod at the end. Bro, it's beautiful.
Okay. There
Are you
we
ready?
go. Yes, we are set up and ready to go. I believe. Yep.
All right,
Looks
I'm
good.
ready too.
All
Looks
right.
like my delay is no longer there.
Okay.
No
Good.
delay now.
Good.
Wonderful. Here we go.
Yes, that was rough.
You recording again?
He never stopped apparently because he's got a bunch of
I
stuff.
never stopped.
He just reset the internet, not his computer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. Here we go. We're back, and it's time for something called Totally Innocent Game. He. I don't know what this is, so the man going he right now is going to take over. Sean McDowell, the floor is yours.
You ever notice how Mike never just argues, let me enjoy things? His argument is always, why does everyone disagree with my very correct opinion?
I haven't
more fun
noticed
that
that.
way.
What are some good examples of that? I would love to hear more
It's
about
more fun
this.
that way.
By the way, you only won in Worms because you refused to play Worms, Mike.
I had the highest damage don't and the most kills. Don't want to hear it.
And then you stopped playing and then hid.
Yeah, you know
Stop
what?
playing.
You trailed me by a worm, Mike.
Yeah,
I wonder
nobody-
how that happened.
And nobody in sports ever plays defensively once they have a lead.
Hey,
Come on.
Real quick, I don't care about any of this. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about what's about to happen. What is this? Why is it?
Not remember?
Why do people? Is this about like? Oh, did you remember that you reviewed this or not? Is that what this is?
This is what this is.
It
Look,
sure is, Jeffrey Grubb.
Duel
This
of the
is
Beaters.
Duel of the Beaters. See, we've had a little saga here on Game Mess Decides, where both of you have terrible memory. So our friend Beefhammer put together some games to test that out. Shockingly, Jeff's memory better than Mike's. I
What?
realize you guys haven't had a chance to talk
Yeah,
about this
I was about
yet.
to say, Jeff clearly never watched the episode he wasn't on. Where
'cause he
didn't gloat
about
because
it.
he
I
never
just forgot
gloated
about that.
about it.
Yeah. So wait, in this thing here, where I was looking at in the
you
in-
got
in the
okay,
rundown.
to explain in case anyone has missed it. We had a game where the game was, here's a list of games. Did you review this game? Jeff only got one wrong.
of course.
Mike got 3 wrong.
Jesus, Mike. You sure it's not 4? Because when I'm looking at this list over here, in the rundown, I see 4 red stripes here.
There was one that was like it was an incomplete.
I had a review in progress, and I said review.
Okay. That doesn't count. All right.
But anyways, now we're on part 3 of the saga, the finale. Who can say? Maybe. But Duel of the Beaters, directed by Beef, making these instead of doing his real job. Hammer, executive produced and hosted by me, Sean. Not making these, even though it's his real job, McDowell. So, quick explanation of what we're doing here. Mike wasn't happy about losing in the one-time specials.
What? No way.
So, Beef decided to take on the idea of a duel. Instead of doing reviews, we're going to use your Games Beat article headlines word for word, maybe with a detail omitted to not, for reasons you'll see. And you need to decide, did Jeff write the headline? Did Mike write the headline? Or is it a made-up headline that never happened?
This is rough.
Okay.
We're talking about thousands of stories, guys. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah. So whoever, you're both going to be giving your opinion on each one. You're both going to be guessing on every single one. So
it's going to be hard because I wrote so many more stories than Jeff. Especially when he quiet quit that last year.
Wait, is that? Do you think that's actually true? Because I have how many stories do you have in the back end? Because I had like 4,000 or 5,000 stories.
No, that was a joke. I have no idea. I wrote a lot of short stories. Though,
fair. That's definitely true. Yeah.
Okay. As always, Christian, if you could keep track of these for me, I'd appreciate that.
I'll do that.
Thank you. All right. So, headline number 1: Against all odds, Elden Ring is a real video game.
This sucks because me and Mike are too similar that our headline style got pretty samey there.
Yeah, they got.
We could go back and forth maybe if you want to, like we do the some of the games. So Jeff, you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll say this was me.
Okay,
that's what I'd guess. All right,
you're both guessing that's a Jeff Grubb headline.
Yeah.
It is a Jeff Grubb headline. I think this is when everyone was still bugging you about the game, and you were just like,
that
"Fine,
sounds
here
right."
it is.
Oh God, remember? Yeah, that was like the beginning of this all popping off because people were coming to Jeff for Elden Ring leaks back in the day, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because this started getting traction back in like 2020. I remember is when I started listening to you guys. So
it was fun to go to Summer Game Fest that first Summer Game Fest that I went to, and talk to some people who used to work at PR for Bandai Namco, and they're like, it was so weird because you had all this stuff, and it was just like sometimes it'd be like, we just changed that. How does he know? And I'm like, oh my God, cool, very fun, thank you.
Speaking of throwbacks, by the way, a few more Game Mess callbacks in this one. I like what Beef did here. Article number 2. Sony's acquisition of Bungie is a match made in heaven. Mike.
I almost feel like this is Jeff again. I don't think that's me. I don't remember writing about this, and it doesn't super seem like one of my headlines. Now, the thing is, we would sometimes help each other with headlines, too.
True.
So sometimes the headline isn't necessarily something we came up with, but I'm still going to guess Jeff on this one.
Yeah, I think I remember. So I'm like, heaven. I would never use that word. But it probably was me because I remember at the time being like, I can explain why this acquisition makes sense because people aren't thinking about it very clearly. They're like, oh, the people made Halo and now they have Destiny and it's at Sony. It's like, no, this is about them being the live service company and that being very important to Sony and its future. Obviously, we know how that played out, but at the time, it was like, they're going to be the live service experts. So I think like this sounds like me writing that story. So I'm going to say it was me as well.
There's a part of me that wants to say it's a fake.
Yeah,
just because it is a cliche in the headline, and our editor hated that, rightfully so. You shouldn't use cliches like "made in heaven" in your headline.
I think that's actually maybe just as likely, but I'm going to go with me, and we'll see what happens.
All right, we both say Jeff.
Are you both saying Jeff?
Yeah, the cliche thing is a very good point, though.
Yeah, it was a good.
Yeah. I should have followed my instincts there.
Yeah,
I should have followed my instincts there.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't write "match made in heaven." I would not have put that in a headline. Exactly. No way.
Yeah. See, I just got tripped. I was like, well, that's not me because I don't think I wrote about that, but yeah.
Yep.
Also, shouts to Beef for keeping this ancient Photoshop I made years ago. Don't believe Beef's lies.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Hey, my YouTube just crashed
for both of you.
No, and see, I told you,
Hey,
maybe
how
YouTube's
about
just
that?
bad.
I think,
Maybe it's a
I think
YouTube
YouTube's
problem.
gone bad.
It's
yeah.
YouTube.
Yep.
I've been having crashes on YouTube as well, especially in Chrome. So, yeah. Anyways, article number 3. The headline is Activision CEO Bobby Kotick takes pay cut ahead of earnings report. Jeff's turn.
Phew. I don't fucking know. I guess I'll go with Mike Minotti.
I hate to be boring, just keep agreeing on these, but I do think I wrote this one. I would often help out with Activision earnings reports. Sometimes I would write the main story on those, and so this might have been one. Although Dean often interviewed Bobby Kotick ahead of the earnings reports too, so he would know. So part of me's like, wouldn't Dean have just written this? But he might have had a longer story and then gave this as a breakout for me. So I'm still going to guess me.
Okay. Keep in mind, the only 3 options, there's no tricks here. The only 3
Right.
options are Jeff, Mike, or Made-Up.
So it can't be Dean. Yeah.
Right. So you're saying it's you, Mike?
I think it's me also.
And Jeff, you're saying?
I think it's Mike.
Okay, you're both agreeing on Mike, and actually another Jeff.
Wow.
Shit. Okay. Never mind. Damn.
When was that written?
Both blew it.
2021?
2021.
It's not that long ago.
Okay.
What the fuck?
A lot of these are not
Feels
that
like a
long
long
ago.
time ago.
Yep.
Article number 4. PlayStation 5 has the best launch lineup this century.
This one, I think, is actually... I shouldn't say definitely because then Jeff's going to agree, but that looks like me. That's also a featured image I like to use in my headlines a lot. Sometimes I made those for other people, though. But I was pretty high on the PS5 launch. I thought it lineup. I thought it was pretty good. So I think I did put that into words on a story, and that does sound like a matter-of-fact headline I would write.
Yeah, it's definitely not me. Because again, I don't think I would say best launch lineup this century. That feels like I don't think I would write that way.
Why? Do you think it's bad?
Yes. So it's probably
Why?
Mike then. No, I don't think it's. I just know it's not the way I would write. I'll have to go with Mike. He's too confident. You're right, Mike. You shouldn't have said it that way.
I should have been a goober.
Should have been a little more coy.
Yeah, a little more coy.
Yeah, it should have been a little more coy.
Yep.
Mike definitely
Yeah.
wrote that one. Yep.
Yeah, 2020, baby.
2020, yep, when it came out. Article number 5. Arby's will have Sonic kids meal toys. Jeff's pick.
I don't remember writing this, but so it's either and I'm like, maybe Mike would have picked this up. We have
This picture of you guys busting out the meat sweats for a first
Yeah,
time
that
is so good.
Man, I used that picture for a long time. I look so happy.
I mean, I guess it could be made up, or I'll just say I wrote it. I don't know.
Okay, Mike.
Oh, Mikey takes the lead, everybody. I 1,000,000% wrote this story. I remember it well because I was just like, fuck you all. I'm writing this because I think it's funny. I like Arby's. Yep, this is me.
And well, you know, Mike
Yeah,
did.
there it
write
is.
They're
this one,
shitty
yeah, 'cause of
toys.
course
Look
he
at
did.
them.
What even is this?
I don't know. It's like two
Is it wait? Is it a disc shooter and they're just like
No,
posed
it's just
in
those
this way?
discs. It looks like the bad pieces of a lazy board game, right? Like the pieces you'd move around.
Right.
That's it.
They definitely had like those disc shooters for other toys at Arby's, but
Arby's loves the
Yes,
disc shooters.
they
I'm
do.
seeing a little, they extend a little bit in the
It's
back.
like
so I'm
it's like
wondering if they
two
were that.
pogs like glued to each other with pictures of
Yeah.
Sonic.
fat ass white
Yeah.
girls.
Fat ass white girls.
Okay.
I think I took that one off the soundboard. Actually, need to make space.
Yeah.
All right, Mike does take the lead then. Article number 6: PlayStation owners alone can no longer satisfy Sony's needs.
I think that's either made up or Jeff. I'm trying to think if Jeff would have written about this before he left, though, is the thing. Is that really was that as much a concern in like 2022? Phones can no longer satisfy Sony's needs. I think that this is right. I think this is a fake. I think Beef wants me to think that Jeff wrote this, but I think it's a big old fat fake.
Tied up. I definitely wrote this.
Shit.
Yeah, he definitely wrote this.
Yeah.
Nice featured image of Days Gone there.
Yep, look at him.
Yeah,
Just
nice
riding
one
the
there,
hog.
Jeff.
Yep.
Fat ass white girl.
I found it.
Yay!
There it is.
It's
I was worried
back.
there.
All right. Article number 7. Your Breath of the Wild 2 theories are too interesting to be true.
Is this me?
It's odd. So yeah, it's you, Jeff.
What do you think, Mike?
Are you gonna tell me I'm playing the game wrong if I don't tell you?
Yeah.
You're not goofing enough. Your win doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go with made up.
Okay. Mike?
I 1,000,000% remember this headline. This is a real story.
Yeah.
So if Jeff doesn't remember it that badly, I'm gonna guess that I think I did write this one then. Yeah, I think I wrote this one. I think I remember thinking all the fan theories were stupid.
Okay.
And probably not
yeah,
real.
you did think that. Shit.
And I was right.
He
Yeah.
sure did.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Mikey.
I'm glad you brought this up because God, I was so right about all that too.
Mhm.
That's nice.
All right, so it's Mikey up 1, I believe.
Oh baby.
Article 8. Ubisoft promises no more delays for upcoming titles and better launches.
Ubisoft promises no more delays for upcoming titles. Because they delayed so many things around this time, and we haven't had a made up one in a while. I think this one's
that
made up.
might be the joke Beefhammer is going for here. Like maybe when you guys used it in the article is that were these both
Yeah,
delayed or something?
That might be, but no, I think it's made up.
You think it's made up? Okay, Jeff.
I think there's a good chance it's made up, but I do remember like having like writing about this sort of thing at the time. But maybe let me think here. Ubisoft promises no more delays for upcoming titles and better launches. God, man, we wrote so many stories. That could just be anything. To try to catch up, I'll say I wrote it.
All right, so Mike's saying made up, and you said you wrote it.
Yeah.
Mikey, up
yeah.
another point.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not surprised.
Mikey.
Yeah, definitely not surprised. That had the ring of it, but I was hoping maybe I get lucky.
I had the ring of Beefhammer writing.
Yeah, definitely. Capcom design. Yeah.
Article number 9. Quitting Hades cold turkey is gonna be hell. Jeff. It's a good headline, by the way.
Yeah. So it couldn't have been us. Maybe this one's made up.
So it must have been me.
Yeah. Quitting Hades cold turkey is going to be hell. I mean, I don't know if I'm probably could be wrong, but it doesn't feel like a Mikey headline. But I don't remember writing this. Why would anyone have to quit Hades cold turkey? I don't like because it was in early access, maybe. And I don't. I'm gonna go with made up.
Okay.
I am pretty sure Jeff did write this. I remember him going on about quitting Hades cold turkey and me being a dude. So like, why? Just play as much as you want to. He's like, no, I have to just stop because something's happening. It's like, oh, I just gotta play other games. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Okay,
I'm
that
pretty sure this was Jeff.
could very well be true.
All right. The correct answer is you're both wrong. Michael.
Wait, what? Why did I have to quit it cold turkey?
I think
I just made up a
I
memory.
remember this. I think other stuff was coming out.
That's right,
Because this was
okay.
October 20th, 2020.
Yeah.
So it would lead into like new consoles and stuff. I think I remember you talking about this on Games.
I'm
Beat
so
Decides.
confident. I'm so confident on that one. Shit, I got some of the details right.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
got the players wrong. All right.
All right, we got article number 10. Fox and Friends' host calls for a registry of gamers.
God, I feel like Jeff would have been waiting. I don't think there's any chance this one's me. Jeff was pretty in tune with politics at this time. Would have picked up on this stuff. Yeah, I think he's distanced himself from it a little bit just for
Sanity.
mental health reasons.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Could be made up. Could well be made up, but I think Jeff wrote this one.
Okay.
The pictures throw me off because like, this is not related.
Oh,
to,
picture's unrelated.
yeah, picture unrelated,
Just-
right there. Yeah, just
Fox News talking
right.
about the sex box.
Yeah, it just throws me off when I kind of get in my head. Yeah, I think there's a good chance I wrote this. I'm afraid to fall further behind when the odds seem so likely that I did. So I'll say I wrote it.
Okay. What did Mike lock in?
Me, I think.
I said Jeff.
Oh, you're both saying Jeff?
Yeah.
Both saying Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're both right. It was Jeff.
Yeah.
Back in 2013, though. That one was from the archives.
Baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Fox and Friends. Holy shit.
Article number 11. Loud man yells until Bugsnax Studio adds trophies to its DLC. Jeff.
I feel like Mike doesn't care about Bugsnax. So it's either me or made up. But what the hell does any of this mean? I think I'll go with me. I don't know.
Okay. Mike?
I did review Bugsnax. I remember this. Yeah, the DLC just didn't have trophies, and somebody on Twitter complained about it, and then they got added. I feel like it might be somebody we know. I'm excited to find out now. But yeah, I think this was me.
Okay, so Jeff is saying Jeff, Mike is saying Mike, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's funny. I remember exactly what this is about just when I saw the headline.
I do too.
Jeff wrote it about
I
Greg
also
Miller.
remember I was trying to throw Mike off the scent.
Why did I think it was me?
Of course it was me.
Greg
Yeah, it was Greg Miller, Loud Man.
See,
I
Jesse,
just-
good
I re-
poker face.
I
Yeah.
remember the story so well. I was
Yep.
like, it must be me. Why would I care about Jeff's story? God, are we tied again?
No, I think you're one ahead still.
Mike's up one.
You're one.
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Article number 12. Google has the power to make Stadia a success. Mike.
I would not. If I wrote that story, it was under duress. Because God, I never believed in Stadia. Jeff might have, though. We just had Jeff.
How many do we have left?
I actually
we
don't
left.
remember how many are left.
All right, that's good.
I can pull that up in a separate tab.
This one seems so generic that I feel like it could be made up. I'm going to say made up.
Mike saying made up.
Shit. I was hoping you would say me so I could say made up because I feel like it's probably made up. I think you're probably right. But I mean, what choice do I have? Because we don't know how many are left. So I got to try to catch up. And there's a chance I wrote this.
There's a chance I wrote it. There's a chance I was just assigned it and I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll do my
but
job.
I feel like you would have let more of your skepticism into the headline, I think, than Google has. I mean, I'll say I wrote it and we'll see what happens.
Okay. You said you wrote it?
Yeah.
And
I say make up.
Although if I
Made
could,
up.
just to be clear, I think it's made up, but I have to say I wrote it for this point to try to catch up.
It's made up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mikey goes up another one. He is up 2 points.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Article 13. We got a couple more. Why am I excited for Glover? Jeff.
When did this happen?
This is a good headline. Whoever wrote this. I'm intrigued. I want to read this story.
Well, if it's a good headline, it was probably me then. I'm going to lock in me.
Okay, Mike.
I think it's me. I think that they probably announced the remaster or something, and I'm like, yay, Glover. Even though I know I don't really like Glover that much, I still have some fondness for it for whatever reason. I think it was me.
Okay. It was Jeff.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. This one I also knew I wrote this one. So it's
Yeah, he was talking all about the Glover
yeah,
back
It's
then.
like, that's a good picture, too.
Yeah.
Glover looking on set.
I had
Shit, I
fun.
want to play Glover.
Yep. And the PlayStation Glover, I played it after this, and it fucking sucks. But the N64 one's kind of okay.
Oh, this is like the last story you
It
wrote.
was near the end. Yes,
2022, yeah.
absolutely.
So if I'm not mistaken, that means Mike is up one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, we had the final headline here. Our very serious obituary for Mario. Mike.
I wish I was. Okay, just Jeff. If I was going second this time, and I just said what you said, would that be like the worst thing? And you yell at me?
Yes. But what choice? Like, because if you know, right? It's that thing again.
Oh, here's the thing.
You don't know?
You remember this headline? I think.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I remember this headline. And is this a trick question? Because you can have co-authors on the WordPress thing we use for Games Beat. We didn't do it very often. And I feel like this is one of the times where we actually took like a segment from the podcast and turned it into a story. We did that a few times back in the day. So, right, because there's that whole thing where Jeff was going to kill Mario for some reason, or Mario was going to die.
You're close.
It was the day that they stopped selling the Mario 3D All-Stars or something.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Jeff might have written it. I might have written it. I'm worried I'm being too clever with the two author things. I'm just going to say it was me.
Okay. To have a chance to tie it up, I'll say it's me. But Mike, if it's both, of course, you win, and you win by 1,000,000 points. That's such an inspired thing. So there's a chance. If that's true, you won by 1,000,000 points. But I'll say it's me. If it was the podcast, I think I'm usually the one that posts the podcast, so I think that's probably why it was me.
Okay, I see. Well, the correct answer is... It was Mikey!
Wow. Oh, I remember making that picture now. Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow,
so you win
okay.
by 2 points.
Well done,
Mike.
Mikey.
Nicely done.
You redeemed yourself.
Shout outs to this article that Jeff wrote. I'll never forgive whoever killed this Zardoz video game.
Man, yeah, I never will.
This is even later than that Glover story.
You can tell I was very much in my bullshit.
Not beating the quiet quitting.
No,
okay.
absolutely not.
So, yeah, we're gonna only look at the GIF on the left there of
There we go.
Mike win naughty.
Well
There
done.
we go.
Well done.
That was fun.
Hey, yeah, look at that's us at Dan Reichert's for Extra Life. That's fun.
I don't remember this. I wonder what I was doing.
Right, you were there. I can't, oh, that's gonna be fun. We can say that now, I think, by the way, right?
Yeah. We're gonna be at Dan's for Extra Life. When's the dates on that, Mike?
Like November 2nd, I think, is when the shoot
First
starts. We're
weekend
getting to
in
get in on the
November,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, are you gonna be there too?
Yeah, everyone's gonna be at Dan's this year. I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah, Kayla's going, Dan's sister.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. So
I'm gonna meet you guys in person for the
I know,
first
that's
time
wild.
ever. That's so
God.
I'm gonna ask you to sit down the whole time, so you won't be too much taller than me.
because of 2 inches.
Yeah, they're the 2 inches.
You're
Very
not allowed to
upsetting.
take any pictures with me.
Yeah, very excited. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna ask people to donate a lot of money. We are gonna have an incentive that's gonna be a lot of fun. So you're gonna want to tune in. You're not
There's gonna be some good ones. I think there'll be multiple good ones.
There's gonna be some good stuff there. So yeah, definitely we'll make all that happen. It'll be a good time. All right. Let's take one last quick break. We'll come back. We'll catch up on any super chats that may have come in, and then we'll talk about what we've been playing.
All right, break.
Get a drink.
The Player One podcast does this thing where they take their old reviews and then they take out all the identifying words, and that people have to still guess like what the review was. I think that could be fun sometime. Beef Hammer, if you ever get bored at work and you want to do something like that, basically they just take like an excerpt, like the last paragraph or the first paragraph.
Yeah, what have I done?
It's really interesting for like the EGM reviews, because those reviews were like 100 words maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it's basically impossible if you take out anything that identifies the game.
That's what I did when we had Jordan Miner on Jeopardy and we did the Game of the Year segment.
Right.
Because I took a bunch of reviews and then I just blanked out the identifiers. Yeah.
Yes, that was good stuff.
Fun.
And then I feel like Dan's got like 1,000 reviews, couple thousand reviews or something like that.
Probably.
He might have more than that.
A bunch of like shovelware reviews from the 2000s.
Right, but when he was writing for the paper and doing multiple reviews a week or whatever, we should do that.
Yeah.
Beef Hammer says may have also had that idea. Okay, yeah. I mean,
Beef's got good ideas.
Absolutely. Would love to make something like that happen. That'd be great. Appreciate it, Beef. That stuff is a really good time. Really like it.
Thanks for doing that, man.
Yep, for sure. Man, okay, let's check in, see if the Red Wings are still getting their butts beat. 5-3 with 11 minutes left. At least they're scoring, I guess.
Like they're down 5-3?
They're down 5-3, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we said, isn't it? Bottom of the 8.
Well, not in hockey, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
I'm watching the wrong thing.
All right, you're watching. Oh, well, actually, what is happening in the Yankees game?
I don't know. I don't know how to read the score. I just know it's
So, like, the biggest leftist numbers are the actual runs.
The leftist numbers.
3-1.
What is it?
MLB went fucking woke.
Yeah, that's
3-1. The
3-1.
Yankees go. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they're winning.
Bottom of the
There's an 8 and it's an arrow down. I think that's at the bottom of the 8.
Yep, that's right.
That's
Bottom of the
probably
8. That's
2
right.
outs. Yeah.
Fucking Yankees.
I watched this on multiple channels. Ooh.
Lucky bastards.
I don't know. When I'm not listening to it, but when you listen to it, they explain all the stuff all the time because they know nobody watching this shit on this latitude understand
Sure.
what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why listening to baseball on the radio is so great.
Yes.
Because it's just it's podcasts for old people.
Yeah,
most of the
really,
time.
it really is. They're just telling stories. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. New York's beating Kansas City
That
right
sounds
now.
like,
Yep.
Oh my god, that sounded like an apple that you just bite into.
It's blueberry. It's the opposite.
It's blueberry.
That straight up sounded like an apple.
Mike, you're smacking right in the mic. I'm not. It doesn't bother me. It bothers everyone else. I just wanted to warn you.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I think it's good ASMR right there.
Okay, yeah. If
pay
people
for
love
that.
it, that's fine. I thought you might get
I'll
yelled
make up for
at.
it with this. I'll make up for it with this.
Oh.
All right, there we go.
Oh,
That's the good stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Just gonna-
think we are
Bring it
good to
back?
get back into it. Yeah. Let's see. That's primed up. Do we have? Yeah, we do have new super chats, right? Like 2, maybe.
We have a couple. Why don't we talk about the games we've been playing? See if any more roll in.
Yeah, that sounds
We'll
good to
do
me.
The rest of this.
Okay. I'm bringing it back.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. Game Mess Decides continues. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Me, Mike, it's the game I've been talking about a lot recently, Zelda still. Trying to get some momentum back with that because I got busy this week, had a lot going on.
Sure.
But I did pick up some more momentum last night, got through the dungeon I had been working on, and now I'm exploring another area that I actually explored a lot earlier. And so it was like fun to like go there and be like, okay, now I can actually like do some stuff there because some things have changed. And it was fun to be like, okay, I've been here, I know how to do this, and I've already unlocked some fast travel points. It just feels like I am kind of the master of this world a little bit. And it's continues to be a very good game that I'm
Are you like
greatly
nearing
enjoying.
the end? You think?
I think I'm getting through the next major section, and then I think that will set like I'm most of the way through the second segment of the game, it feels like, and then I think there will be a finale after that might be pretty robust. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't been able to play a ton. I hate being in these situations where like I like to play through games
One
and then move on to the next
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
So like I hate that I'm like I got Metaphor and Zelda, and it's like I'm kind of playing more Metaphor than Zelda right now, but I don't want to be like playing no Zelda. So like one of these nights this weekend, might do some Zelda instead of Metaphor again. But just like pressure to play Metaphor, and it, Zelda's great, but I like Metaphor more, so it is what I'd rather be playing. So it's a little messy there.
Yep. Yeah. And Silent Hill 2, you've been playing that as well on stream. How's that going?
Yeah, I started it yesterday and played like a good 3.5 hours, so really got pretty deep into it. I played the original Silent Hill 2. I played the Xbox version of it like in 2007. Remember Squadron of Shame, the 1UP radio boards group?
Oh my God, really? God.
It was one of our games, so that's why I played it back then, because that's normally, especially then, not my thing, right? But yeah, I played it then. It was so funny because I got that Xbox version for probably like $5 at a GameStop at the time when those games were just old and not collectible whatsoever. I don't remember a ton about it, but playing through this remake, it is like, yeah, I remember this stuff. This does feel pretty faithful. It also just feels good. Like it's clear that they did a good job. The game looks good. It plays well. It still kind of has that. There's a simplicity to Silent Hill in some ways, right? There's not a whole lot of mechanics per se. You know, when there's enemies, you're kind of beating on them or you're shooting them. You have limited ammo for that, of course. And there's a lot of exploration and puzzle solving. It is almost more about that mood, that atmosphere, and it seems to be doing a pretty good job of nailing that. So yeah, it's been an enjoyable playthrough so far.
I'm glad to hear it. It looked cool when you were playing it, and I don't know if it looks like super my thing, but I'm gonna try it, especially since I hear it runs so well on the Steam Deck.
Right, it's not exactly like a talkie game per se.
No,
like you are mostly playing the game, but like calling it a Dewey game is also maybe not entirely accurate. It's not Resident Evil, even like the quote unquote like scarier, slower Resident Evils. It's not as gameplay involved as that, I would say.
It seems kind of borderline between Dewey and not talkie, but not Dewey. So Right. That's exactly the feeling I was getting. Was like, is this something I'm going to enjoy? But everyone seems to like it so much, and I'm willing to give myself over to the traumatic horror that it's trying to convey. So yeah, maybe I'll get something out of it.
I will say, like, I did like the kind of iconic, pyramid head scene. And they do stumble a bit there because they kind of do the thing where it's like, well, now we know that this moment's famous. So they kind of try to spice it up a little bit. The ways they did that were kind of dumb, I think. It was a small thing, but yeah, just worth bringing up maybe.
Yeah, it's got to be difficult to be in charge of, like, how do we emphasize the gravitas of the situation without overdoing it? That's got to be difficult to be in that situation.
Or you could just be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and just say, oh, wait, we got to that moment. Let's just be fucking crazy, I guess.
That's the thing I most respect about Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth is let's go fucking crazy. So
they go nuts.
Yes, that's very cool. Anything else, Mike?
I did play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I've been kind of joking around a little bit, but yeah, it didn't super pull me. I straight up do not like the story mode,
right? Really
much at all, and I maybe need to play more of it. But it was something in the PS2 era that I was kind of tired of, like all these Dragon Ball Z games where the single player content is just a kind of bad retelling of Dragon Ball Z's story, but with these in-game cinematics. And sometimes not even that. Sometimes a still picture of the in-game character models doing things. So. I would have preferred if they did something like Fighter Z or whatever you call it, where it's a new story with these characters. Kind of hard to do that because the whole thing here is supposed to be like it's one big Dragon Ball party and there's a million characters. And I do love that stuff. I love that giant roster. I even like that I have to unlock some of the characters. I like doing things like that. Even just going through the list of characters, like there are some deep cuts. Like there's people from the bad guy from Tree of Might. And the bad guy from World's Strongest, like some of those movies that aren't canon from before Goku even turned Super Saiyan, I think only I like. I'm like, oh, that's like that they're there. That kind of makes me want to play the game more to unlock them. I didn't really get enough time to either grok the fighting game systems or accept that they are relatively simple, right? I couldn't tell if I was missing things or if it really is just kind of what it appears to be. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, Sean was saying that when we were doing our stream today. It's paper, rock, scissors. And there is some... it's paper, rock, scissors, and then like they dress it up a lot. But it's not like they're dressing up by giving you a ton to do within those systems. It's simple. It is simple. Once you start like, okay, I'm going to actually charge up my key and use my ultimate special power, and it looks super cool, and it does the thing where it's like, okay, it's blinding the screen with this white light, and you just see this black and white etched outline of the character you attacked as they scream, and all that stuff looks really cool, and knowing you're doing that to your friend, and it's this cutscene. I think that was fun, but I think it's fun in a party game or just having a good time, maybe sitting around, fucking around setting. I have a hard time understanding people who are like, I'm going to go play ranked mode online, but I know there are people who do, and I know they enjoy it. It's just hard for me to like link that bridge from where I'm at to where they're at. But I don't begrudge them having their good time.
And I have not played this with another human yet. And maybe, that would be something that would, kind of appeal to me more, but there's a lot of fighting games that I already like playing with humans that maybe I would rather do that. But people are clearly very excited about this game. And look, be clear, like the whole thing of this game is that it's a successor to the Budokai Tenkaichi series, whatever it's called, which was very much the same. And I didn't like those games back then. So this isn't the most shocking thing in the world to me that this isn't super up my alley.
Yeah. Little annoyed that you're gonna get the Open Critics score for it. It's at 8. It's back up to an 83. I think I went 81 and you went 82. And it's,
I completely forgot I picked this up.
Yeah, not for that. For the Metacritic guessing game, a mess of a guess.
For that one, okay, right. Good.
Yeah, you're at 82, and I was at 81, and it went down to 82. I'm like, it might still keep going down because it is kind of a high 70s in my opinion. But I think there's so many people who have been waiting for this game to be exactly what it is. To them, it is everything that these reviews are saying it is. So Yeah.
Sure. And there's a lot of Dragon Ball fans. Dragon Ball is very
Exactly,
major
yeah.
these days. So, and like a lot of it is like, hey, how much you like Dragon Ball? Look at how much Dragon Ball there is. I don't like mean that to sound belittling. There's a ton of things like that for me where I
Exactly,
get
me
excited
too.
about that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I get it.
Yep, I get it too. And again, going back to it, me and Sean just kind of were messing around when we were fighting against each other, and that was just as fun as if we were like maybe taking it seriously. It's like, let's I'll pick these 3 dumb characters, Mr. Satan, and let's see what he's like. And I don't like, I might, if I were to play this game a bunch, I might never pick Mr. Satan again because he can't fly. He's a joke character. He punches people. At least he punched Beerus and nothing happened. It was
see with the one super, literally nothing happened, which is pretty funny.
It's funny, yeah, and it's a good time. But it's like, again, I think it's so fun in. You have some Dragon Ball or some friends who are Dragon Ball fans come over. You happen to have this game. You play it for a few hours before you're going to go out to the bar or whatever. I think it's ideal for that. Sure, absolutely. Beyond that, I don't know what its legs are. But it has a ton of modes, a ton of stuff to unlock. You're right. So maybe they'll be happy with it.
I do think that's why people like it, is because it's a different kind of fighting game, sure, but it represents fighting games from before everyone just cared about ranked mode,
Right.
about being esports and everything. It's just a dumb time. People
Yeah.
just want to like fuck around with their friends. It's like it's kind of like Smash in that way, where Smash has a high skill ceiling where you can't play it competitively. You can't play it by like tournament rules and everything like that. This game you can as well, but it's when you play it as it's more intended to be played, where it is just fucking around with your friends, maybe getting a couple of beers and you just play for a couple hours or whatever. I think that's what people want. They just want to see the characters they love so much doing dumb shit on screen, and like people can go watch that stream if they want of us playing, and us just popping off and we're like, oh, that thing is that way. That's dumb. I love that. And hey, I think we could use a little bit more of that in a variety of games. Like fighting games could use a little bit more fun sometimes. I think nowadays.
Exactly, and you get to play as Chaozu, and that's fun.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you think it's better or worse than Duck Hunt?
I think it's better than Duck Hunt.
Oh boy, we're back again, huh?
Yeah. Listen, if I had to play one of these games, I think I would have a better time today with a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Sure. Yeah. All right. Anything else, Mike, that we should clean up before we get out of here? I know we have super chats, but I mean games.
Yeah, aside from that, no, I don't think so. We got to clean up that Wiimote, maybe. But what's up, Christian?
Oh my god! Wait, Mike, how far into ReFantazio are you?
I'm like 10 hours. I'm doing some of the calendar stuff after the first big dungeon, and kind of like what I like here is, again, Persona. Like you could kind of like go back to the dungeon to maybe clean some stuff up, or in Persona 5 you went to whatever that was called, that other dungeon all the time. And here it was like some other place I went to for a side. So yeah, that's it, Mementos. And here it's like, go to this other dungeon if you want to. It's like optional, but not really, like, very important optional. So that was fun stuff to do in the middle there. And I'm unlocking more jobs, and these characters are really cool, and I'm excited to get more of them. Still just really
so you're
digging it.
You're feeling it.
I'm feeling it big time.
All right.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of the odd one out here, Christian. We're both really liking it.
I feel like I'm 40 hours in, and I like it. I started liking it like 30 hours in. It's not like it's not like I got to like whatever people plot twist talking about. I don't think I got to that plot twist yet. But I started loving it. Now I like it. I like it a lot now. But like I wasn't feeling it for.
Oh really? Yeah, because when I was talking to you before, you seemed not into it. And I've heard some other people say that. I was into it pretty early on. Like I was like very into it pretty early on. But I've heard other people say.
Yeah. I heard people saying that it is like a plot twist. And like I think I know what they're talking about. It's for like telegraph, but I don't know if it was because I never heard it specified. I don't know if it's a plot twist or just some sort of mechanic opening up, but something I don't know. Something happens, and people is like, when that happens, it's like, I'm like, I like it now. So whatever is about to happen, I'm probably gonna like it even more now. So like, I'm enjoying it.
But part of me's not even sure if they even mean it's something big happened. It's just like after 30 hours, it all started clicking. I don't know. But like I said,
are you still in the first town, Mike? The first city?
Yeah. So pretty early
like
on.
The thing that happens
with the 3
after
people.
that is extremely cool. I think I don't think this will give anything away by saying this. There's a thing in this game. There's a plot point that turns the game into The Amazing Race, and it's the coolest fucking thing they could have done in a fantasy world. Like, I'm like, oh, that's okay. That's an interesting twist on a thing that's very typical of RPGs.
Yeah, and I'm like not shocked it's going there because I can kind of see how it happens. Okay.
Are you gonna be on that podcast tomorrow, Mike? Or
I don't know, because like I said, I'm still just the 10 hours in, right?
Yeah.
And I know like there's so much more.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna be the least far into it at like a little over 20.
Yeah, so I might let you all take care. I'll hang around chat, maybe write annoying things, but all they people really know is that I think it's fantastic.
Awesome. And people are interested in hearing my thoughts on it. We'll be on the Bombcast tomorrow. Me, Jan, and some other people talking about it.
I still don't like the fucking things you had to do like around the fucking ship. I'm just gonna say that. All right. Yeah, I just don't like that. It's the activities. I'm not a fan, but like the people and the writing, it's really fucking top notch shit. So like that's pretty good.
All right, Jeff, you ready for these super chats?
Oh, okay.
You really have to disassociate that much because we were talking about a JRPG for 5 minutes.
I didn't say anything.
Exactly. What game were you watching?
I was actually also getting sad about the Red Wings. They played well, but the goaltending sucked real bad. And then I was also looking to see, it's like, because Nick in chat said his Alarmo just shipped. I guess it comes out in 2025 for normies. But if you order it now, because if you have the Nintendo expansion pass, you can order it now.
Oh, good. You scared me.
Yeah. So I guess ours is coming soon. We'll see.
Okay, good. Yeah, are you ready for these super chats?
I guess so. Are any of them about metaphor?
Really?
No, it's a bit, Mike. It's a bit, all right? No, I don't care. I like listening to you guys talk about it. I'm going to listen to the podcast tomorrow.
I'll let you talk shit about Sparkling Zero. I'm not gonna let you talk shit about this game, okay? You got.
Oh, now you're a big defender? Fuck off!
I'm just saying.
You were on my side, Christian. I thought I had an ally.
I don't think it's a 10. I think it's a 9. You know.
You turn her against me.
No, I want to like this game. I'm still gonna try it, but it was a little boring when you guys were talking. Yeah, you're right.
We need to play Worms again.
Yeah.
How did it feel when your fucking Tigers lost, you piece of shit?
Not great. And then fucking Barrett Courtney's giving me shit on Twitter. First time he pops up, now that you guys are somewhat back. That's a lot of fun.
We're all back, baby. We're so back.
Tarek Scooble's going to see to that.
El Grug says, is Duck Hunt in the Game Mess Hall of Fame? No. Look, in some ways, this is more about how I think Wii Sports is overrated than how much I like Duck Hunt, to be clear. I know you all don't like hearing that either.
Right, because it's like it could be overrated and you could still recognize it's a better game than Duck Hunt. But
it's not. I like Duck Hunt. Cody Bishop says, can you play Costume Quest on Giant Bomb for Halloween?
That's I think a pretty good idea. Let me take a look at the calendar and see if that's possible. We really are going to try to get more spooky, fun, scary games on the site in the next week or so.
You know what? Maybe it is. I was pretty good at Duck Hunt. Jeff.
Yeah, you point and shoot. Like what? I mean, it's not like it's hard.
I point and shoot a lot. Oh, you can miss, buddy. They're moving. Those are moving targets.
Mike, a light bulb is good at Duck Hunt. What is the point that you're trying to make here?
Okay, if you guys are this upset about me, we don't even have to talk about it.
No, it's like, I mean, lots of people were good at Duck Hunt. It's not hard.
I was very good at Duck Hunt.
Now I hate Mike. I don't know what's going on.
I was very good at Duck Hunt. Mikey O'Leary says, finally tried Oreo Coke and somehow it just tastes like vanilla Coke from when it launched in 2002. A win nonetheless. Is vanilla Coke that old now? I guess that's right.
Is it, what year was it? 2002? Jesus.
2002 vanilla Coke, yeah.
Damn. Year after I graduated. Which is now also a long time ago.
Stuff too.
Okay, when I was a little kid, I put the light gun right to the TV, but eventually I didn't need to do that anymore.
No,
I was a crack shot.
Everyone did that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know, it's a game you have to play with your hands. Some kind of game for babies. And Kansas City's out of the playoffs, I'm afraid. So that does it for the podcast now, Jeff. I'm going to look. I'm sorry. Everyone's real mad at me. I gotta do some comeuppance here. I don't like being the heel this much. I didn't mean for this to happen. Yeah, I was just out here being myself.
Yeah, the people were saying that like, look how much he enjoys being the heel, and I'm like, that's not what this is. He likes to win this much. but he would also want people to recognize how good he is. That's what he cares. That's what he wants. He definitely doesn't want to be the heel.
I don't want to be the heel. I'm just like, wow, look, everybody, I won. Isn't that great?
Yeah, isn't this what everybody wanted? Is what he's thinking.
A little bit of recognition. Way, huh?
Look, I get it. I understand.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll get a notes app apology ready, Divorce Cougar. When's Divorced Week?
Yeah, Divorce Week will happen, Divorce Cougar. Don't you worry. All right.
Somehow win a lot of points during Divorce Week.
Okay, I think we could get out of here. This show is off the rails enough already. Anything else we got to catch up on? Those were all the super chats, right?
That's it. I think we're done now. We can enjoy that weekend. We got baseball on Saturday.
Yeah, we made it.
Game on Saturday. Oh, real quick. Let's figure out a bet.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Come up with something.
How about the loser has to buy the other person that Kansas City brisket things from Dan's place?
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. All right. Yeah. Deal. We'll do that.
Thank you.
We want to set a dollar amount or just the...
Just the burn ends.
Just the burn
ends.
ends. Just the burn ends.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just the burn ends.
That works for me. All right, great. That's fantastic. Casey Joe's burn ends on the line on Saturday. Tarek Scooble, you heard it here. So now you got to go in.
I think you're favored because you got the supposed Cy Young winner here.
It's one game. Anything can happen, right? That's
one game.
Yep.
Anything can happen.
I mean,
any given Saturday.
When this game started and your guys' pitcher was throwing everything except for strikes, I'm like, well, it's all over. And then, of course,
I was not feeling good for a while.
It wasn't looking good. And it's like, but the game has to still be played. And enough things went wrong that we lost it. And you guys definitely played well. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Me and Mike will be back next week with Last of the Nintendogs. Game Mess Decides, of course. If you're interested in catching us elsewhere, we have Blight Club tomorrow with Lucy playing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. When are we doing that? Is it 3?
It's not it's
1.
It's pretty jam packed because we're doing they're gonna do BCR right after Game Mess mornings, and then we're doing Blight Club right after that. So I think it's all back to back tomorrow. But it'll be a fun day. Looking forward to it. I don't know.
Oh, Columbo's out.
Oh yeah, new Columbros is out. Everybody, if you are a member,
members, right? Yeah,
that's right, for podcast producers. So get on that. It's in the Acast feed, right, Christian? That's how that works still.
Correct.
Okay.
It's in the Acast, and on the Discord.
Right, if you just want to get the MP3 file on the Discord. That was good. That was a good fun episode. It was Columbo in London. So if you want to hop in now and get an event episode, this was definitely an event episode. I don't know. Anything else, Mike? You guys got a new 90s Disney coming up? Well, you did one earlier this month. You got one coming up soon?
Rescuers Down Under came out. We'll do one around the 15th.
Cool. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Fucking Duck Hunt. Get the fuck out of here.
I thought everyone likes Duck Hunt.
They just like Wii Sports a
I
lot
like
more.
it. Now you make me hate it.
Oh yeah, go take pictures of the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis.
My Dixie wrecked.
It's hard, Jeff. It's hard. It's so long. I'm trying to put it in there. Those are great liquid explosions.
What the?
It's a whole thing now. It's a whole story.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wow. Shakespeare.
You know I'd be eating ass.